Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm. Wow, taking the biggest vape thing. Is that rolled in money? Well, guys, this is Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm. Here at AJ Francis, as you can tell. How are you, good sir?
I'm good, brother. Good to see you're are you I thought Halloween was over. Why are you dressed like Tyrone Biggums?
I was a panda bear for Halloween, actually. What were you?
I was Cartman.
I saw that. I saw that. It was a lovely stream, lovely video you had that was posted on your social media. Sure, a lot of people saw that video already. Tyrone, that was hurts my feelings a little bit, but we'll move on. It's all right. I'll talk to my therapist about it. You have something really
Well, I mean,
important coming up.
here's the thing. You don't actually look like Tyrone Biggums because
Yeah.
it was obviously Dave Chappelle and he was really skinny. So you're more like Tyrone Biggums ate Tyrone Biggums.
Well, AJ, you have something really cool coming up, asshole. You have something really cool coming up. Your ninth annual canned food drive. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, we're such a joke. You sure do some nice things, apparently. Let's talk about it, man. What's going on? Describe to us your canned food drive that you've been doing for almost a decade now.
It's amazing, man. I'm so grateful and blessed that the University of Maryland has been such a great partner with me for this for so many years now. I think this is the sixth year that I'm doing it at Maryland. I used to just do it in the neighborhood or do it at like high schools and stuff. Um, but you know, we're raising canned goods and non-perishables for Sarah's House, which is a homeless shelter that is majority children in Fort Meade, Maryland, right across the street from Fort Meade Army Base, right down the street from Meade High School, where both my parents went to high school. So it's a very big, important family event. My family is very deeply involved, and anytime you get opportunity to give back, and especially with how the government is literally turning its back on the people that need it the most. This is the perfect time to actually give back and show the kids at Sarah's House and just people in general that you haven't forgot about them and you understand that that they deserve grace and they deserve a happy life just like anybody else.
Absolutely. It's on November 22nd. For people that want to be out there, donate. It's at the Maryland versus Michigan football game at
Yep.
UMD. What led to you wanting to start like this canned food drive in general, though? Obviously, you've been doing it for such a long time now. It goes to a great cause. What was like the original idea in starting this?
I had done so many other events. I did Trunk or Treat, which is like a Halloween event for kids, in the neighborhood. I've given out turkeys to families for Thanksgiving. We did toy drives for Christmas. We did a charity basketball game, charity flag football games. I've worked at, um, like assisted living shelters and food banks for so long. When I was in high school, I used to work for at So Others May Eat. It's called Some in DC, downtown DC. And a lot of people there when I they just are down on their luck, and or some people there were like I remember there was a guy there that had a master's from Virginia, and he had got divorced and lost everything, and he was just using the food bank to actually just feed himself while he tried to get back on his feet. um, and that there's no judgment. It's whatever you need it for, you need it for. It's not my place to judge you for what you need. And even like when I was in high school, I organized the first ever Pink Out at Gonzaga, which raised money for breast cancer awareness. So, my father instilled in me giving back to the community my whole life. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to do events at prisons. We used to do events, like I said, at food banks and stuff like that. So it was just an example of what a great man should be and how you should give back to your community and how you should look out for the less fortunate. So that's all it was, man. And then the idea just grew, and I was like, maybe I can do it at first it was football games and basketball games, and I did volleyball games, I did women's basketball games, I did a bunch of different events at the University of Maryland, but the bigger it got, the more it needed to be, and the busier I got, it more needed to just be focused on football. My hope is for year 10 we bring it back for all the sports. That would be really cool if we could do that. And yeah, I'd just love to be a beacon in my community.
It definitely seems like it. I mean, 10 years of service, obviously, that goes to show what kind of person you are outside the wrestling ring, obviously.
I've only been
Um,
wrestling for 7 years, so
yeah, no, obviously, yeah, you've been doing a lot, done a lot with your life, man.
yeah.
If I could ask you some wrestling questions, TNA had Bound for Glory recently.
Hmm.
You guys haven't had any tapings recently, but you
Hmm.
guys are having these cool events. They're still going on television. You have Open Fight Night that's coming
Hmm.
up on Thursday. All this like amazing stuff. But in particular, I want to talk about Bound for Glory. You
Okay.
choke slam Rich Swann. That was
Yes.
like the only member left of first class. Because Casey's out injured,
And
and you hurt him, and then like this guy's just getting rid of everybody.
here's what I don't understand. You said that I choke slammed Rich Swann and he was the only member left in first class.
I mean,
Let me
besides
make
you.
let me make one thing abundantly clear. I am first class. I always was first class. I always was the engine that drove first class. I always have been first class. That's why Rich Swann joined me originally. Okay. That's why when Rich Swann could no longer go, Casey Navarro joined me. That's why when KC could no longer go, I kicked Casey out and Rich joined me. But Rich missed a couple too many opportunities for me down the run. I could have used his help against Matt Hardy. I could have used his help many other times where he just happened to not be there because he was off doing his own thing. Now he gets to do his own thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant by you kicked out all the members. Because like now you are first class. I mean,
I
you
am
are
first
you,
class.
you are first class, yes, of
And
course.
first class is always, always on the lookout for new talent. Don't ever forget that. Okay.
So you're still looking to recruit people.
Of course, first of all, I don't have to recruit anybody.
Okay.
Anybody with half a brain knows it would be a good idea to stand next to me. Because if you just look at my track record from Rich Swann to Casey Navarro to Joe Hendry to Mike Santana to Chavo Guerrero to PCO to Nick Nemeth to Trick Williams to Moose, every single person that I have worked with looked better in the process.
That's
That's
true.
a fact. So if you can't see this and you don't have, see, when they talk about intelligent life, one of the key forms when you talk about like when they're looking at the scientific breakdown of like monkeys and dolphins and things like that, when they talk about intelligent life, the key is pattern recognition. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
And if you recognize the pattern of my career in the last 2 years, you recognize that everything I touch is gold. So if you don't want to be a part of that, I mean, I can't help you. You don't make good business decisions anyway.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So I mean you were so was that a yes you were looking to add more members or no, you were just waiting for them to come to you?
I'm always looking to add more members. I was looking to add more members when KC was there. Just didn't work out. I was looking to add more members with Rich Swann. It just didn't work out. Sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes you got to do what's best for you, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Like the best thing for you would be to dress in less revealing clothing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Your clothes are a little bit too tight around the edges, a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you're good. This is a good look for you, Tyrone. But other than right now, when you're dressed as Tyrone Biggums and it's 3 days past Halloween, you you got to look at what you do. These little shirts you wear, it's not a good look. You have to understand what's a good look for you. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what was a good look for me. In the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal,
Yeah.
it was every man for himself. Only
Yeah.
one man could win. Rich Swann, love him to death. He was the man in the way, right? He was just another man in the way. And yes, I maybe could have used his help when BDE and the Rascals gave me a quadruple super kick, which also I don't think I've ever seen in wrestling before, a quadruple super kick.
Mhm.
But I think it should be illegal. It should be outruled like the tush push, right? It should be illegal. But
Whoa, whoa, that's not fair to say.
yeah,
No, 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 no,
yeah,
no,
it
no,
should be
no, no,
outlawed. It should be outlawed just like the tush push, right?
no, no, no,
But
no, no.
yes, but the thing is like my personal opinion is that like I knew that if I was going to do it, I was going to have to do it by myself anyway. So I did.
I see why people don't like you. You're a little bit of a jerk. But it's okay. It's working for you. It does a
I
lot for
can
you.
I can see why people don't like me too because if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing nothing successful.
Okay.
People only hate on people that they wish that they could be like. Why would you ain't hating on somebody that's living down on the street corner with nothing better to do with their life? You're not hating on them. You actually helping them. Like I like to help them. You help those people. The people that you hate on are the people you know doing better than you.
Oh man. Yep, yep. I understand why people don't like you. You, sir, are an ass, but that's okay. It's okay. Um, I do have a question about it though. Because there's no members in first class anymore because they're not here, right? Does that mean that you're going after some singles goals, some singles opportunities for yourself? Because we're coming up on final resolution again. Last year, you're in that world title match. Where do you want to see
Mhm.
yourself now in TNA in 2025?
Last year, me and Nick Dimas tore the house down for the TNA World Title. And this year, I would love to get my eyes on, championship gold, but I think Mike Santana is smart enough to not give me an opportunity because he knows he couldn't beat me, right? Like he beat me last time because he hit me in the head with a bottle. That's the reason he won, right? But if we take bottles out of the equation, that boy was done, like a well done steak, okay? And he just hit me in the head with a bottle. And if you get hit in the head with a bottle, sometimes when you get a glass shampoo, it affects how you feel, when you get hit after that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, he got me. He beat me fair and square. It was technically a street fight, but it was because he used a bottle. Can he beat me in a regular match? I don't think so. I think he knows that. I think that's why he wants to face me only in street fights, right? The only match I've ever had with Mike Santana was a street fight because I know he can't win without weapons, right? So I think he knows that. And that's why would love an opportunity at the TNA World Title, but that's why I think I'm not going to get one. Obviously, I could go after the X Division title. It's doing, great things with Leon Slater, and Leon's a generational talent, but
Yeah.
generational talents get chokeslam too. So like, I'm not, that would be me like picking on my little brother. He's young, he's strong, he's one of the best in the business, but he ain't me, right? He just not me, and he don't know what it feel like to get a TFL from a 330-pound, fully grown silverback gorilla. He don't know what that feel like, right? So I think that he would be in a world of trouble. There's a reason why there's weight classes in every other division but the X division, right? And then also, you got the international title, which is it's crazy that I've never got an opportunity back at the international title, considering that I was in the match that Steve Macklin won to be the international champion, and he's
Yeah.
decided to defend it everywhere all over the world, and he defends it against Frankie Kazarian a million times, and he defends it against Matt Cardona and all these other guys that they were great wrestlers when I was still playing football, but now that I'm playing football, they're just in the way, right? And I think that if Steve Macklin was a man of his word, the fighting champion that he always says that he is, right? If he was that guy, if he was really that guy, I would have been got my opportunity by now. I mean, it was him that pinned me to win the title in the first place. And that was only because Eric Young was in the way and there was just too much going on. If it was just, like I said, nobody wants to see me one-on-one in a regular match for their title. They don't. They know what would happen. Ask Laredo. Ask Laredo what happened when he faced me one-on-one in a regular match for his title. He got choke slammed out his boots,
Yeah.
and it was uno, dos, tres. El Nuevo Campeón. Okay, so the thing is, like, these guys, they know what's best for them. That's why they don't face me, right? That's
Right.
why the only guys that are really trying to face me are guys like BDE who need the clout. See, BDE has great pattern recognition. That's why he's so good at dissecting algorithms, right? He sees the work that I've done with Joe Hendry and Mike Santana and Trick Williams and Chavo Guerrero and PCO and Rich Swan and Casey Navarro. He's seeing these things and he's like,
Yeah.
well, man, if I could make myself bigger in the wrestling business, maybe I should go against AJ. That's why he spent the entire first year of his wrestling career trying to fight me over and over again. That's why his first match ever was against me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why his debut in TNA was against me because he understands pattern recognition, right? And he's a smart kid. He's a smart guy. And these are the guys that want to face me because they know that they can become stars overnight too.
Wow. Well, you mentioned BDE. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but I mean, he won the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we
He did.
talked, you had that championship.
He did win.
What happened there? I thought you were going to just destroy this guy,
I did. If you watch the match, I did destroy BD. That's what
but
actually happened.
but
See,
you
the problem
lost.
was, yes, I lost the match, but I destroyed him. And here's the thing. Here's why. Because you guys don't understand. I got too overzealous. I really tried to kill the kid. Okay. I wanted the kid to perish. I wanted it to be the last thing he ever did on this earth. Right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the process, I gave him too much time to recuperate and he ended up taking advantage of it. And props to him. He took advantage of a situation. But let's not forget the fact that after I choke slammed him over and over again, I picked his head up when he was dead. Right. And
Yeah.
I, but he wasn't dead enough. He wasn't actually not breathing. I needed him to not breathe. So I decided to bring out a table and I was going to choke slam him off the top rope through the table because last time I did it off the second rope through the table. And this time I wanted him to die.
Oh,
So in the process, he fights back. He gets me with the luckiest Hurricane Rana in the history of wrestling. I end up going through the table. I'm discombobulated. While I'm standing up trying to gather myself, he hits me with the knee of glory. I'm still getting discombobulated. I'm standing up. He finally hits me with a cutter. Boom. And then he hits me with a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. It happened. Okay. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but let's be real. If I didn't get overzealous literally trying to kill that boy, I would have won the match and I would still be the Revolver Remix champion. And here's the thing: he's got other things going on with Chris Danger. I don't even want that title anymore. He can have it, but just know that Brandon, his mama named him Brandon, so I'm gonna call him Brandon.
okay.
Brandon, your time is coming, and I'm gonna spank you, boy.
You're gonna spank him.
I'm gonna spank him
Oh, that
like a petulant child.
oh, that's worse. Okay. Brandon, watch your bottom because he's gonna touch it. No diddy. Moving on. I I have a interesting question for you. I actually really would love to hear your take on this. As
Okay.
someone who has been, I wouldn't say like the victim, but has been someone who's been criticized online,
Uh
on
huh.
Twitter by the IWC. When you look
Uh
at
huh.
someone like Jey Uso, who's currently like in that role of not being the IWC's favorite wrestler right now, how do you respond to that kind of backlash that he's getting right now?
I mean, anybody who doesn't understand the greatness of Jey Uso is a fucking idiot.
Hmm.
I mean, Jey Uso has been in this business for so long. He's put on classic matches, tag matches, and singles matches. I mean, he's done some of the best work of anybody over the last 2 decades. Um, and he's one of the most over baby faces of this generation, if not the most over baby face of this generation. And when that happens, people start to hate on you. Don't believe me? Ask John Cena, right? So like it's just the way it is. If you're not the quote unquote indie darling, there are people there the people decide that they don't like you when they decide that they don't like you. It's just it's picking and choosing. I mean, people loved Roman Reigns until what they perceived was Roman Reigns stole the main event spot from Daniel Bryan, right? And then they hated Roman Reigns, and
Hmm.
now they love Roman Reigns again. You know what I'm saying? Like the people are back on Daniel Bryan. These people are fickle. These fans are fickle. They don't even know what they want. They don't even know what they're watching. They
Yeah.
have no idea how many times a mistake happens in the ring and they don't even know it happened because only people that know it happened were the people that covered it up, right? In the ring. They don't even know what they're watching. You got to spoon feed them like children. That's why their favorite responses are yes, no, yeet, damn,
Yeah.
yeah. That, that's what they like. What? Like they like simple. They like easy to digest. They don't like the complex.
Yeah.
They don't like these things. And it took me so long in my wrestling career to figure it out. One of the most over catchphrases in wrestling today is money, money, money. You know that I did that exact same chant when I was in Hit Row?
You
Except
did.
the difference is I said money, 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 which actually sounds cooler because it sounds like coins falling, right?
Yes.
It sounds cooler, but because these wrestling fans were too dense to pick up on it, I had to slow it down so that they could figure out it was money,
Yeah.
money, money. And as soon as that happened, people were, oh, anytime I put my hand in the sky, oh, I can't wait to see it. Because they need to be spoon fed, right? And they don't understand what greatness is when it spits in their face. Jey Uso is one of the greatest performers of this generation, bar none, right?
Yes.
CM
Absolutely.
Punk is one of the greatest performers of this generation, bar none.
Absolutely.
This goes without saying. How? I know for a fact because I do the best spear in wrestling. That is a fact because it's a real NFL tackle, right?
I know.
Nobody else knows how to tackle, right?
Yeah.
They all know how to make you guys think that they're tackling somebody, but nobody knows really how to put that shoulder in somebody's, diaphragm. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I felt it. I know.
Like I do, right?
Yeah.
So because when I do one of my TFLs, I intentionally don't kill the person that I'm trying to give it to, but I could,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Right?
Oof.
Like you felt it, and I barely touched you. Imagine if I would have really ran through you, boy.
Okay. The boy at the end makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So, but here's the thing. I say that to say this. People have been trying to shit on Jey Uso's spear for months now.
Yeah.
They've been gone out of their way to pretend that Jey Uso does the shittiest spear in the wrestling when he doesn't,
No.
right? All of that is what they say, right? They talk about his spear so much. They love CM Punk. CM Punk did one of the worst spears ever,
I
right?
mean, that's just a fact. I mean, like CM Punk's great, a goat, but that was
CM
a bad
Punk
spear. Yeah.
is I think CM Punk, when you talk about since I started watching wrestling
Yeah.
again, I stopped watching wrestling from like 2004 to 2010. I've watched all that since. But
Hmm.
since I started watching wrestling again in 2011, CM Punk, from 2011 till now, CM Punk would definitely be on the Mount Rushmore performers in that time.
Yeah. Top five, easy, easy.
But nobody's going to mention that spear because they're too focused on trying to shit on Jey Uso. They
Yeah.
spent 6 months trying to shit on Jey Uso when in actuality what happened is that his all bro, most spears are not real tackles,
No.
right?
No.
And they don't look like real tackles, right?
No.
Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things is like people have decided that they want to shit on Jey Uso for some reason.
I still don't know why. I have no
But
idea
when you
why.
but when you go to the actual shows, Jey Uso is the most over
Yeah.
babyface in the building.
Holding babies, doing the yeet, like it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a great feeling to be in the arena when it happens too.
And for some reason, people have decided to shit on Jey Uso. And I stand up for Jey Uso all the time
Yeah.
when I see people do it. People try to use me as a punching bag for Jey Uso, knowing that both of us would knock their heads off their shoulders in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you see the video of someone trying to like clown Jey Uso during that match at Saturday Night Main Event?
I'm no, I haven't seen that one, but I'm
It
sure.
was a fan essentially. Jay was about to walk back into the ring, and he had the camera, in his face, I guess, just screaming, "You're choking right now! You're choking!" And Jay kind of looks at him, just says, "Shut up," because he wasn't going to do the whole, response to him as he probably wanted to do. When you hear about that stuff happening, how do you respond to that when you see fans that are like, going out their way to, say bad things about him?
Bro, fans have been losers since wrestling's been wrestling. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
that's the fact of it. Like, I have gone to 5 WrestleManias as a fan, okay? And the vast majority of people were losers. Like
Define
that,
loser. What do you mean by loser?
have trouble talking to women, have trouble in group settings,
Yeah.
have trouble with their hygiene, have trouble being a normal person around a large group of people, have trouble not being the corniest person you could possibly be at any given moment.
Yeah.
Um, like have trouble with anything outside of their wrestling knowledge. That happens to be a vast majority of fans, right? So
Yeah.
like that's why I don't care that these people don't like me,
Mhm.
right? Like I like me.
And that's all you need. Self-love is important.
The IRS likes me. Like,
Perfect.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's all I need. Like, I don't need nobody else to like me. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm worried about is the tax man, right? So that's it, right? So as long as these other guys can say whatever they want, these fans can say whatever they want. I don't care. They disrespect Jey Uso because Jey Uso is more successful than they'll ever be in their little lonely, miserable lives, right? And that's just how it is. And it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. You weren't put on this earth to be a star like Jey Uso. And if you want to take it out on him, you can because his life is much better than yours.
Those checks are probably huge. I mean, that's a lot of Yeet merchandise. There's a lot of people that know that
Yeet.
man. Yeah, Yeet, big Yeet.
Yeet.
Yes, absolutely,
Come on,
absolutely.
man. Them glasses, why you think he changed the color so much? Because they be selling.
Got the fuchsia pink, the green, everything. Got all of them. Got all of
He's
them.
Jay Uso is literally John Cena now.
Yes, I would say like Jeff Hardy, John Cena merged.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like I'm talking about like when it comes to you're the merch guy, we're gonna change your colors all the time so that
Oh, yeah.
people can buy things over and over again, and you're the top baby face, and people are hating on you when they shouldn't be. Jay Uso is John Cena now, bro.
He is. I don't see Cody Rhodes changing up the color scheme.
Yeah,
You know?
brother. You know what I'm saying? Jay Uso is John Cena, gang.
Yeah.
I'm just being real, and that's why. Who do you think should be John Cena's last match, man?
Okay. Personally, I would want it to be Dominic Mysterio, but I
Okay.
can understand why people are saying like Gunther gives the foreign heel. I can understand that,
Mm.
but personally, Dominic Mysterio because people hate him, but they also love to hate him as well, which is similar to how John Cena was too.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
John Cena debuted on an open challenge, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, granted, it's not going to be an open challenge because they're doing an entire tournament to figure out
Mhm.
who it's going to be. But the person that I genuinely hope
Yeah.
faces John Cena in his last match, which would be his true debut on the main roster and an opportunity for him to then stay on the main roster, would be Trick Williams.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting to go this direction. All right. Why Trick Williams?
Because Trick Williams is the one performer that I have been in, like, worked with and been in the ring with that I was like, I got to make sure to step my game up today because he's going to be on his. I don't mean in the ring, I mean as a performer, right?
Okay.
And Trick Williams is, in my opinion, the most underappreciated talent in wrestling today, other than myself. Um,
Take. Okay.
Trick Williams would be a star on the main roster tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a
Trick
fact. That's a fact.
Williams was a star on the main roster when he actually debuted 2 years ago.
Yeah. It was like a run in on
Bef-
SmackDown.
Before he went back and done the last 2 years that he's done on NXT and this long TNA title reign. Like, if you hating on Trick Williams right now, you just a loser, bro. Trick has showed you he can do it in the ring.
Yeah.
Trick is entertaining as hell. He looks the part. Like, I have all the respect in the world for Trick, man, and I think that I would love for John Cena's last opponent to be Trick Williams.
And he was on the practice squad for the greatest NFL team ever. Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Go Birds.
Uh,
What? Or we were talking about the Commanders. Look at their record. Yuck. Yuck.
yeah.
In the
No, okay,
bin.
let's talk about okay. The Dolphins record is trash too. Okay, I
It
respect
is,
that.
yes.
Let's talk about the Seahawks though. Let's
They're
talk about the
okay.
Seahawks though.
They're okay.
Let's talk about the Seahawks though.
They're okay. They're
All
all right.
right, all
They're
right, all
they're
right.
mid at best. They're a mid Carter, like maybe might be U.S. champ, maybe, whatever. Not everyone's made for the main event.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to try the tush push, but that's just my personal
Uh,
opinion.
okay.
That's just how I feel.
Uh,
AJ, I'm not gonna take up too much of your time with your awful football takes. Where can they find you on social media, and where can they go for your camp food drive?
You can, check out my canned food drive. It's going to be November 22nd at the Maryland versus Michigan game. You'll be able to drop off canned goods, non-perishables at all the gates around the stadium. It's going to be the biggest year ever. I'm so excited for it. And if you look at my post on X, aka Twitter, about the canned food drive, I attached to the reply a link that if you can't make it to the event, you can just donate directly to Sarah's house monetarily if you can. Like I said, this is a homeless shelter that has majority children. It's moms and single families, and they're running away from domestic assault situations, or some people their house burned down, or some people they just can't. They have no other place to go, and they're just down on their luck. And we're supposed to look out for people. I was raised to look out for people, so that's how I feel about it. But you can follow me on social media at AJ Francis 410. I'm on all social media at AJ Francis 410. And yeah, man, appreciate you, man. Always glad I was able to give you this scoop, the first interview of November.
Thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. Guys, my name's Tyrone, and this is AJ Francis, and we're out.
We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.